Hey, what's going on, Fit Family? This is James here with Titan Strength and Nutrition, and I'm going to be doing a meal prep video. I have not done one in a long time, and I figured it's time I do one. I'm about to cook me up some breakfast, and it's going to be a breakfast frittata. I think I'm saying that right. Don't really care, but I know it's good. Frittatas have eggs, veggies, meat, whatever you like inside of them. So what we're going to do today, so I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to get that prep. And first things first, before you begin cooking, if you're going to follow this meal plan, I recommend going ahead and preheating your oven to 350 degrees. So that way, when the time you're done chopping your veggies, cracking your eggs, whipping and all that good stuff, you already have that all set up. Pop it right in the oven. So without further ado, let's go ahead and begin. Alright, so to begin, some of the first things you are going to need are a knife, paring knife specifically. Your ingredients are going to be eggs, tomatoes, green peppers, red onions or yellow onions. I'm using some mild shredded cheese for mine, salt, Himalayan salt or sea salt. I just like this one better lately. Black pepper. I got some Italian seasoning here for Tuscan garlic, it's real good, and some veggie oil, extra virgin. Oh, and don't forget your veggies, the organic baby spinach. What I've done already is cut up some of my green pepper and some of my onion. I went ahead and I have put that in the bowl. So I'm gonna get my knife out. Finish chopping up these here. You should put these into a separate bowl. We'll do my meal. Alright, so now we have our green peppers, we have our tomatoes, all to complete. Now me, need about 10 eggs. Make this right. I eat a lot of eggs on a day-to-day basis. So we're going to do today, just crack about 10 whole eggs inside of here. whip these up real good. Make sure all the yolks are out. Alright. Now, I got some of this Tuscan garlic seasoning here. I'm gonna go ahead and use some of that. I say we use about 1 tablespoon. Actually, sorry. Let's change it up to about 2 teaspoons. I don't want too much garlic on there. So 1. And 2. Secondly, Himalayan sea salt. And some black pepper. So mix this up again. Got my food scale out here. So I want a little bit of cheese in here. So we're going to zero this out. Turn it over to ounces. Man. So one out. Sorry. Two ounces. 2.6. So about 3.6 ounces, really about 3.5 ounces of cheese. Go ahead, whip that bad boy up. And then we'll take a little bit of vitamin D milk, some 1%. You can use whatever you want, honestly. Actually, any of these ingredients, you can use pretty much whatever you feel. This is kind of how I do it, and I do switch it up sometimes, adding in different ingredients. So, go here, push this out to fluid ounces. Zero that out. So about 2 fluid ounces of milk. Whip it up real good. There you go. And we'll let that sit. So now what we're going to do is come over here to the stove. And we're going to set some things up over there. Alright, so we back right here at the stove. We're going to go ahead, start to preheat our pan here. We got some EVO. So we're going to do about, I'd say we'll do about 3 tablespoons. So about 3 tablespoons. Let that heat up for a second here. I don't want this too hot. I just want to really simmer the veggies. We're gonna get the back pan started. Just kind of gonna pre-cook some of my meat. Get it nice and brown. Now, as you can see, I got my food scale here. I'm gonna go ahead and weigh out how much of the ground that we got here. So it's ground. This is ground sausage, nothing special. I'll put that up there. 6.3. So we got about 9.8 ounces of the good ground beef. So I'm gonna go ahead and let that warm up. So as this is starting to warm up a little bit, let's go ahead and test one. Yeah, you hear that popping? So we good to go. Throw these in. And we got that pan nice. Throw them in. Now there's two things you can do with the ground. You can either let it sit in the fat or you can drain it depending on what your macros are. If you're real easy on the fats, go ahead and just drain it once you're done. I'm going to go ahead and just scoop it out without the fat and let it just sit a little bit in there. It's not going to really hurt me. I'm in the bulking stage right now, so I'm not prepping for any type of bodybuilding show either. So, got that going. Got these going. Put a little bit of Himalayan salt on there. And just a dash of pepper. And we good to go. So what we'll do is we'll let these cook up here for about, I'll say about 2 minutes. Just kind of saute, get soft. And we'll let the sausage go ahead and brown, since we're also going to bake this. It's alright. Alright, so now our vegetables kind of cooked down for about 3 minutes or so. And they're looking and smelling really good. We're going to go ahead, toss in some of this baby spinach. All we want this to do is just kind of wilt, get a little softer. So go ahead and mix that in here. Put the lid on it and let it steam up. Sausage is looking really good. Starting to brown nicely. Now remember, I don't want my sausage cooked all the way through as we're going to make this as well. And I really don't want to dry it up like sausage pieces that are burnt up and crisp. So now that they're browned over, looking good, not too greasy, I'm going to go ahead and just turn that flame off. And we'll get back to it when we get back to it. You can see these are already starting to wilt. Doesn't take that long. Oh yeah. Give that just a few more seconds and we good to go. Alright, so this is complete. Definitely let that air out for a minute. And we're going to go ahead and set up shop, get this bad boy going. Alright, so first things first, going to go ahead and grease up the pan. I like these because they got literally no macros in them. See, 0 grams of fat, 0 carbs, nothing at all. So if you're looking for that, you know, get rid of some macros, use this. I just use regular vegetable around the canola to spray it up around the edges. Make sure you get them corners. Then you bring over your pot. I start with the veggies first. Just want to kind of line the bottom with them. Alright. Now remember those tomatoes you cut up earlier? I want to put them in. Didn't really want to cook those. Yeah. Get that nice. And last but not least, your sausage. So I spread all that around, nice and even. It smells really good, the flavor from the sausage, the salt, the pepper, and last but not least, put them eggs on there. You got that cheese on the top. Let that soak in. Open that bad boy up a little. Yeah. There you go. And that's it for right now. So next, just put that bad boy in the oven and you good. Alright, so here it is. After about 25 minutes in the oven, then we let this sit for about 5 to 10 minutes. You know it's done when your top is real nice and solid. And you can see here you got your meat, you got your veggies, you got your tomatoes, you got your cheese topping it off, nice little crust. What I usually do now, just take a knife, kind of go around the edges just to make sure nothing's stuck. You can see it's pretty bouncy. From there, just take the knife and cut across. And one, two, three, four. About 8 slices. So go ahead, lift it out, and as you can see, perfectly good for frittata. Can't get no better than that. That's the end of this video. I really hope everybody enjoyed this, and feel free to try it out and mix up the recipes. I'll go ahead and put all the ingredients and the measurements down below. I use the app, either MyFitnessPal or MyMacros, and that's kind of how I can decide once I divide everything up what it is I'm using. So if you guys like this type of content and want to see more of it, feel free to go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and definitely feel free to go ahead and share this video. Once again, thank you guys for watching, and God bless.